All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Moon mission Chandrayaan-2 called off due to technical snag. ISRO to announce revised launch date later. BJP demands Karnataka's Chief Minister to seek trust vote in Assembly today. Rescue and relief work continue in flood-hit Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. 4th anniversary of Skill India mission being observed today. England lift ICC Cricket World Cup, defeating New Zealand in a thrilling final at Lord's. And in Wimbledon Tennis, Novak Djokovic beats Roger Federer to claim his 5th title. Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO called off the launch of India's second mission to Moon, Chandrayaan-2 today because of a technical snag. The countdown for the launch scheduled for 2:51 a.m. was stopped 56 minutes and 24 seconds before liftoff following the announcement from the Mission Control Center. ISRO spokesman B.R. Guruprasad said a revised launch date will be announced later.
A technical snag was observed in the launch vehicle system at T-56 minutes. As a measure of abundant precaution, Chandrayaan-2 launch has been called off for today. Revised launch date will be announced later.
The liftoff of the 3-component spacecraft comprising an orbiter, the lander and the rover was scheduled from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. A report.
India's date with the moon will have to wait for a while as the current launch window period for Chandrayaan-2, as informed recently by ISRO, gets over tomorrow. The scientists would normally assess the exact cause of the technical snag that led to abort the mission just an hour before the scheduled launch time. As it would probably a time-consuming task, reports suggest that the finalization of the next date of launch for the complex mission would take a bit more time. Jai Singh, AR News, Sriharikota.
The Chandrayaan-2 was supposed to explore the uncharted lunar South Pole 11 years after ISRO's successful first lunar mission, Chandrayaan-1. In Karnataka, the BJP has demanded Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy to resign immediately or seek a trust vote today itself. State BJP President B.S. Yediyurappa said 15 MLAs of JDS and Congress have resigned and 2 independents have withdrawn their support to the government and extended it to the BJP. He said in the Business Advisory Committee meeting today, he will discuss and advise the same to Kumaraswamy.
I will request Chief Minister Kumaraswamy, because more than 15 MLAs from JDS and Congress and also 2 independent ministers, those who have resigned now, let him ask for confidence vote or resign immediately.
Mr. Yediyurappa said 15 MLAs have approached the Supreme Court against Assembly Speaker for not accepting their resignation. On the other hand, Congress will hold its legislature party meeting in Bengaluru this morning. Karnataka Legislative Assembly will resume its session today after the weekend. More from our correspondent.
The meeting will discuss the future course of action in the Legislative Assembly. Meanwhile, hectic meeting was held in Bengaluru yesterday, in which senior Congress leaders and Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy held a lengthy discussion on political crisis in Karnataka. Later, the leaders met former Minister Ramalinga Reddy and tried to convince him to withdraw his resignation, but Mr. Ramalinga Reddy did not commit anything about the withdrawal. He said that he will attend the session today and later he will appear before the Speaker and will explain the reason for his resignation. R. Murthy, AR News, Bengaluru.
The BJP has appointed B.L. Santosh as its General Secretary. He is presently the party's Joint General Secretary. The appointment comes a day after Ram Lal was moved back to the RSS after holding the post of General Secretary for over 13 years. Before being made a national office bearer in charge of southern states in 2014, he was the party's General Secretary organization for 8 years in Karnataka. In Assam, over 16 lakh people are affected in the current wave of flood in 28 districts. NDRF, SDRF and local authorities evacuated around 9,000 people yesterday. Several rivers, including the Brahmaputra, are continuously flowing above the danger mark. Additional Chief Secretary Kumar Sanjay Krishna said there was no shortage of foodstuff in the state. More from our correspondent.
The Additional Chief Secretary said over 20,000 people are taking shelter at 62 temporary relief camps set up in 28 affected districts. He said necessary food items, including drinking water and medicines, are being given to the affected people. The current wave of flood has damaged crop areas, fisheries and infrastructure. Over 70% areas of the Kaziranga National Park is submerged and the animals have moved to higher places. With Manas Pratim Sharma from Guwahati, Anupam Mishra for AR News.
In Bihar, flood situation continues to be grim in northern and eastern parts. Around 18 lakh people in 10 districts have been affected by fury of flood. Sitamarhi, Shiwhar, Madhubani, Araria and Kishanganj districts are worst affected. 32 deaths have been reported in past 4 days in flood-affected areas. NDRF, SDRF and SSB teams have been pressed into service for relief and rescue operations. In Uttar Pradesh, many districts are facing flood-like situation after torrential rain for the past few days. A report.
Recent phase of heavy rains in states wreaked havoc in many districts, especially the ones located in Tarai region. Bahraich, Siddharthnagar, Kushinagar, Gonda, Basti, Barabanki, Mau and Gorakhpur low-lying areas are inundated. Almost all rivers flowing in these districts, including Ghagra, Rapti, Kuano and Gandak, are flowing close to danger mark. Water coming from Nepal is also swelling the river and many approach roads in border districts are closed. People living near the rivers have started vacating their villages and are moving to safer places. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Himachal Pradesh, death toll in yesterday's building collapse at Kumarhatte in Solan district has risen to 7. The deceased include 1 civilian and 6 army personnel. The number of casualties may rise as many people, including army personnel, are still trapped in the debris. So far, 28 people, including 17 army personnel and 11 civilian, have been rescued and admitted in nearby hospitals. Search and rescue operation is underway. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur is scheduled to visit Solan district to take stock of the rescue operation. The 4-story building, which housed a restaurant, collapsed following rain, trapping more than 40 people, including 35 army personnel who came to the restaurant for lunch. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The 4th anniversary of the Skill India mission is being observed today. Several functions are being organized across the country to mark the occasion. The main function will be held in New Delhi, where Home Minister Amit Shah will deliver the keynote address. Union Ministers Nirmala Sitharaman, Narendra Singh Tomar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Mahendra Nath Pandey and R.K. Singh will also be present on the occasion. National Skill Development Mission, also known as Skill India Mission, was launched on this day in 2015. Nearly 1 crore youth are being presently imparted skills training annually under the mission. Maharashtra has been given a target to train over 55,000 persons under the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana for the year 2019-20. For this purpose, more than 85 crore 77 lakh rupees have been allocated. The training will be carried out by Maharashtra State Skill Development Society. A total of 15 sectors have been identified for the training. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Maharashtra State Skill Development Society had proposed to train a total of 1,67,127 candidates during the period from 2016 to 2020. And many success stories are emerging now. Vaishali Naik from Pune did BA and then obtained training in fashion designing under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in 2016. She now engages some girl students as well and earns around 40,000 rupees per month.
My name is Vaishali Suresh Naik and started my work from home with the whatever knowledge I had gained. Slowly I enhanced my skills through experience. My workload also started increasing. Today my identity as a fashion designer is only due to Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana.
Vaishali's story is certainly guiding star for many unemployed youth. Manoj Kshirsagar for AIR News, Pune.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on Skill India, Kaushal Bharat, Kushal Bharat. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. Listeners can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This program is also available on our Doordarshan DTH. 3 bills are scheduled to be introduced in Lok Sabha today. These are Surrogacy Regulation Bill, Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill and the National Investigation Agency Amendment Bill. In the Rajya Sabha, the Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Bill to further amend the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 is scheduled to be introduced. England lifted their maiden ICC World Cup cricket trophy, beating New Zealand in a nerve-wracking final that was decided via a dramatic super over in London last night. Opting to bat, New Zealand put up a modest 241 for 8. In reply, England ended at the same score, leading to the one-over eliminator at the Lords. In the super over, England batted first, and the duo of Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler made 15. New Zealand also ended at the same score, but for the loss of 1 wicket, paving the way for an English victory on boundary count. England's Ben Stokes was named player of the match for a heroic knock of 84 not out of 92 balls, while New Zealand's skipper Kane Williamson was adjudged player of the tournament. In tennis, Serbian Novak Djokovic won his 5th Wimbledon title after defeating Swiss tennis ace Roger Federer 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12 in a match that lasted for more than 4 hours. The match had to be decided in the 5th set as both Federer and Djokovic won 2 sets each in the longest ever final to be played so far. This is Djokovic's 16th Grand Slam and 5th Wimbledon title. He is now level with Bjorn Borg as a 5-time Wimbledon winner. Indian women wrestler Vinesh Phogat won gold in the 53 kg category at Yashardoou International in Istanbul. Phogat beat her Russian opponent Ekaterina Poshchuk 9-5 in the final. It was 3rd gold in the women's competition for India after Seema 50 kg and Manju in 59 kg triumphed in the respective categories. Lewis Hamilton scripted a thrilling victory in the Silverstone circuit to win his 6th British Grand Prix, his 7th victory in 10 races in 2019. Hamilton's Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas looked all set for victory, but a safety car intervention helped Hamilton to seal the victory. Bottas had an early lead from pole position and he fought off Hamilton's challenge in the starting laps. Hamilton somehow managed to edge ahead in the race later, and from there he controlled the race. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thank you, Anuja. The news of England winning the World Cup for the first time after a tight super over and Djokovic winning in the longest Wimbledon final covers the front page of all the dailies today. Pak bows make concession on Kartarpur Sahib pilgrimage, writes the Times of India, with Pakistan assuring it won't allow pro-Khalistani elements to use the corridor for anti-India activities. To revamp its flagship Skill India mission, the government is all set for new courses related to electric vehicles. EV courses fresh tie-ups to power Skill India engine, writes the Hindustan Times. Centre may hire public sector bank EDs through lateral entry, reports the Business Standard. The Indian Express states, government readies plan for second wave of asset monetization with an interministerial committee to soon recommend a list of PSUs to raise resources for fresh investment. And finally, Gagandeep Kaur becomes the first woman scientist in India to be elected to the Royal Society, entering the coveted League of Scientists of the Order of Isaac Newton, writes the Tribune. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Saira. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Moon mission Chandrayaan-2 called off due to technical snag. ISRO to announce revised launch date later. BJP demands Karnataka's Chief Minister to seek trust vote in Assembly today. Rescue and relief work continue in flood-hit Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. 4th anniversary of Skill India mission being observed today. England lift ICC Cricket World Cup, defeating New Zealand in a thrilling final at Lord's. And in Wimbledon Tennis, Novak Djokovic beats Roger Federer to claim his 5th title. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.